What is going on, everybody? Today we are analyzing the tape of Evan Brown, a guy who played center in 2021 and guard in 2022. Before the Seahawks, this guy's likely going to be the starting center. And in my opinion, the Seahawks got themselves a very good interior offensive lineman. One of the things to note with Brown is he had a much better 21 season than he did 22. But it's plays like this where you have a draw to the inside. Brown's going to get out, makes sure to push that defensive lineman outwards, and then he's going to climb to the second level. The linebacker's going to fill, and Brown's going to block him outwards. Plays like this that make this guy a good starting center. Use that drag hand right there to push out the defensive tackle, finds the linebacker, and gives the running back the lane here based off the seal. Obviously, that running back is actually wide receiver Amon St. Brown. Takes it 26 yards. In today's video, we're obviously going to analyze Brown at the center position, so we'll be watching a lot of his 21 tape. With that being said, check this next rep out. Brown is going to fold around the left guard. He's basically pulling out. It's another draw play. He gets out in space. Great job once again, giving your running back a lane. For me, when I watch centers, sometimes guys don't do good jobs when they're out in space, giving their guy a lane. The linebacker's initially playing this to the left, and Brown's going to do a great job getting to that side and sealing off the linebacker to the right. And to me, that's a really nice block there. Obviously, this is good vision by the running back, but it starts with the seal there. Really nice job by Brown. And again, this play right here goes for 31 yards. When I watch Evan Brown, keep in mind I've watched about 4 of his games from 21. You see so many snaps where you look at this guy and think, how is this guy not a starting center? Like, how did this guy sign another 1-year contract in 22 when someone out there that needed a center should have picked this guy up? Like, the guy's very smart, very good out in space. He's quick, high awareness football player. I'm fired up. Let's go ahead and get into the next rep. Alrighty, guys, check this rep out. You got a 3rd and 6. They're going to run the football here. But it's a very impressive play by Brown, in my opinion. And we're going to break this play down because there's a lot of different moving parts within this rep. Just a really nice job. First and foremost, you're going to get a defensive line shift a little late here. That's the first small little wrinkle in this play. Like, the center's ready to snap the football, and you're going to get a shift. And now this entire play from an offensive line perspective changes. Let me tell you guys what I mean by that. It's backing this up here a couple of frames. If the run here is to the inside, right now, left guard likely cuts off the 2i. The right guard and center likely block 97, and then one gets up to the backside linebacker. 58 goes out, 89 goes out. And this is what you're kind of thinking in terms of the blocking responsibility. But the second that shift happens, keep in mind, this is like half a second before the ball actually gets snapped. The entire blocking assignment's changed. So great job by the center to be able to process that. And then from there, great leverage. 63 gets under this nose here, lifts him, and does a really nice job in terms of being able to shift his hips. He gives that running back the lane there. Now, Brown doesn't stick with the guy as long as you'd like, but his guy does not make the play here. To me, that's a really nice rep by Brown. Very smart football player. If you guys take one thing away from this, that is it. He's a very smart football player to me. Very impressive tape. Keep in mind, watch about 4 games of his. A lot of really nice reps. Check this rep out. You got a 27-yard run, 3rd and 5. Great job by Brown once again. This is the type of stuff that is really top tier. This play does not work without Brown getting to Simmons, the linebacker, and fully clamping him down. I mean, placement of his arm is beautiful on this rep. First and foremost, great job getting out of his stance. This is an outside zone, so he does have to reach on number 9. I mean, look at that. Ability to get out of his stance, get out to his wide. The left arm clamps. You can see it lands to the backside. He's going to try to flip his hips here. He's not able to fully do it because the linebacker does a good job pushing him back, but he's able to hold his block long enough that the running back's able to slip by there. Really nice job, if you guys ask me. Love the reach. And if there's one thing this guy's going to bring to the Seahawks, in my opinion, his biggest asset is going to be zone blocking. And I know the Seahawks run a lot of different mixtures of inside, outside, and power runs. To me, he's really good at zone blocking. Now, power runs, especially if you're a center, a lot of it is really just blocking the guy right across from you. I do think he can get a little bit better at that. And I do think that if he practices and plays that center position more, He'll obviously get better at that, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But a really nice rep right here. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the next rep. I'm going to actually go ahead and just show you guys this play right here. You got a power run to the left, which means the center has to cover the guy pulling. And you're going to see Brown doesn't do a good enough job holding his block. He's going to get pushed back, and the defense lineman's able to shed. Now, obviously, the D lineman doesn't make the play. This play obviously goes for 8 yards. But the point is there. Brown has to do a better job being able to hold these blocks. And I think that's going to be his biggest thing he has to improve on. Is really just that strength. Do keep in mind, a guy who hasn't played a lot of center in the past, especially in the NFL, it is going to get a little bit harder to be able to do this type of stuff. And when I say that, what I really mean is a guy who has played against starting caliber talent. All right, taking practice reps at center isn't the same thing as going out there against the Cardinals or the Seahawks or another team, right? Just to kind of double down on that last take, real quick, check this rep out. This time the guy actually makes the play, right? He's able to get off the block, blow the play up. Again, backside blocking on a power run rush, so he's covering the puller on a power run. He's got to do a little bit of a better job. He will get better at this as he takes more reps. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Really nice job here by the center on this inside zone run. You're going to see that the defense lineman slants out to the right. The linebacker fills to the left, and he does a really good job being able to pick it up. So you see here, the D tackle goes one way, the linebacker fills. And you're going to see as both guys are stepping to the right of your screen, one's going to stick with the defensive lineman. The other's going to turn around and pick up that linebacker. So in terms of processing, really good job by the center to be able to see it, pick it up. And just like that, you're going to see the running back ends up cutting it and picking up 8 yards on this play. So really nice job. Again, it starts right there with Brown, and then a couple other blocks down the line. Like that right there. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Watch the movement created by the center and then the ability to climb to the second level. You got a split zone concept here, which is basically an inside zone run. Really nice job right there, in my opinion, by the center. First and foremost, great job at the point of attack right there. And then from there, being able to process and getting up to the next level. All at the same time, you see the running back basically bends it right back into that lane. That right there is a beautiful job. To me, being able to get that right arm out there as you're double teaming to hold off the linebacker, allow your running back to hit the lane for 11 yards. That's just a really nice rep. And this is what, in my opinion, Brown's going to bring to the Seattle Seahawks. He'll bring a good, smart football player right there in the middle. A guy who's tough, who's physical. Maybe not as strong to be able to handle everything, but a guy that's still ascending. He's still only 26 years old, so he is still really young. He doesn't have the same amount of reps as some other guys. I'll be the first to tell you guys, I didn't absolutely hate Austin Blythe, but I always felt the Seahawks could upgrade at the center position. And of course, they brought in a couple other players. To me, beautiful pickup right here. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Final run rep right here by Brown. You're going to double team the 2-eye, get up to the linebacker, and drive him back about 4 to 5 yards. That right there is what I like to watch on tape. Really, really nice job at the point of attack with your right guard. Fully turning that guy outwards. Making sure that that double team effectively works. Allows your guard to be able to get to the inside. Getting up to that linebacker, making good contact with him. And then from there, just driving him backwards. That right there is a beautiful thing. Now, I do think Evan Brown's biggest asset is his run blocking, specifically inside and outside zone. He's pretty good in the power run. And then when it comes to this guy's pass blocking, I think he's a pretty good football player. Now, in 2021, he played over 750 snaps. And he gave up 1 sack and only 3 quarterback hits. So that's a pretty damn good job if you ask me. Part of what makes this guy good is the fact that he's smart. Again, he's kind of getting back to it. You see here that the defensive line's going to run this game. Both the right guard, right tackle are going to take the defensive lineman, and the center's going to get left to have to process and pick up that defensive end coming around. And he does a good job being able to stop it. This is what makes this guy a good football player, right? He's able to recognize things. He's able to see things, allow his quarterback to be clean. I'm going to show you guys a bunch of reps of him doing a good job in pass pro. Check this rep out. You're going to have a defensive line game come around here with the interior defensive tackles. Watch the center process and pick it up. Really, really nice job. Keep in mind, he has to pick up the first guy that's going to go, which is going to be the defensive lineman here playing that long 3 technique. He's going to go right into the center, and you see the center basically pick it up as he kind of turns his head. You guys look at this in slow motion. The center's looking left. The second he turns his head to the right, you got a guy coming, and he does a nice job picking it up. Beautiful job right there. And he's able to shut it down right. The guy's really not able to get any movement on the center. Pretty nice rep. Let's go ahead and jump forward. You got a really nice pass blocking rep right here. You got a one technique defensive tackle over the top of the center. And he's going to start to bull rush the center. And the center is going to start losing a little bit of ground. And you're going to see him do something that is taught to offensive linemen who are being pushed back. So in this rep, 93 is going to get his hands on the center. The center is going to clamp to the outside with the right arm there. And watch him readjust those arms to the inside. Right there. That's a really nice job to be able to adjust those hands, get them back to the inside, and make sure 93 is not able to push you back. To me, that's a beautiful rep by the center, and it tells me that this guy understands the leverage portion of playing offensive line. Most people who watch tape look for the little things. So when I watch the center, I'm going to look for the hand-to-hand combat. I'm going to see if he's able to readjust himself when it comes to the leverage part of it, when he's locked in. To me, that's really nice to be able to see it. Great rep right here. Absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and get to the next play. Check this next rep out and watch Brown process the defensive line game. Him and the two guards all process it together. But just look at how quickly this guy realizes that the game's coming. As he snaps the football, he looks to his right first. He quickly recognizes that 97 is slanting. And watch him turn his head. Bam. Quickly realizes it. Picks up 96. Makes really nice contact right there. Basically, the three guys shut those two interior guys down. The quarterback has space. Throws the football. Really nice rep if you're asking me in terms of being able to process. All right, obviously it's much faster if you don't slow it down. Happens much quicker. Very smart center in my opinion. Check this next rep out. Watch the recovery here by the center. Really nice job in my opinion. He's going to lose the rep early, but he comes back really quickly. Let's break this play down here in slow motion. You're going to see the defensive tackle is going to get out of his stance. He's going to punch the left shoulder of 63. That punch right there gets 63 off balance. I mean, look at that. Look at where 63 is relative to the D tackle, relative to the quarterback. But Brown has really good footwork, and he real quick adjusts himself, gets right back on that defensive lineman, leans into it, and is able to shut it down. That right there is a beautiful job recovering. This is exactly what you want to watch when you watch tape. You want to see how guys can recover, if they lose, how they move. That's a nice rep in my opinion. Alrighty guys, final rep right here. The center and left guard are going to double team, and watch the left guard get off. The center stays on, and the quarterback has that time to throw the football. To me, this is a really nice rep. Initially, you see it that you get a blitzer in 34. The running back obviously is going to pick that up. Left guard center, double team. And then number 93 here is going to come on some sort of delayed blitz. The responsibility of those two guys, that is 93 as well as the defensive lineman there, are the center and left guard. That's important because if this guy comes here, then 63 picks him up. But as he comes to the left, 73 picks him up, and 63 is going to end up staying with the defensive lineman. To me, this is a really nice heads-up play by the two guys. 73 picks this guy up. 63 does a really nice job sticking with one of the best defensive linemen right there in the NFL, right? So really nice job in my opinion. Evan Brown has everything you want. When you look at a starting center in the NFL, 6'3", 320, he's only 26 years old, and he hasn't played a whole lot of center, but I do expect him to be the starting center for the Seattle Seahawks. And I do think the guy's going to have a lot of success in his career going forward. Love the pickup for the Seahawks. I think they got a really good football player. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.